Peace, family. I hate to call this breaking news because every day Donald Trump is doing or saying something that's leading to, I don't even want to. Well, this fool with his on again, off again tariffs just announced that he's rescinding the tariffs to 10%, raising China's to 125%. He still has not put a tariff on Russia, and this is effective immediately. There's so much going on with this. It's ridiculous. But first, let me say this. To all these people who support Donald Trump, who believe in him, that claim that this man knows what he is doing, you see a pattern to his behavior, just sit back and watch. Donald Trump has just did the opposite of what y'all just said. Since this man been elected, the stock market has lost $7 trillion in net worth. They were saying days ago that if Donald Trump just did nothing, there'd have been a 4 or 5% stock increase. Since Donald Trump made this announcement, the stock market has went up 6%. That's proof, that's evidence that had Donald Trump came in office and just left everything alone, the stock market would be a lot better off than it is today. And it is sad that Donald Trump has never been associated with no sound making decisions. None of these things have ever benefited him in his private life. This understanding that y'all feel that he has with tariffs and economics didn't stop him from filing bankruptcy 6 times. Didn't prevent him from bankrupting several businesses. It didn't even allow him to select a wife that he could be happy with for the next 30 years. But yet, over 70 something million people voted for this fool. And to do what? Well, he has had no evidence whatsoever of to do in the first place. No history of stability, no history of good sound judgment, no history of compassion. And this is a person that you elected president of the United States. He couldn't even maintain the moral ethical standards of this country as a citizen. You had to elect a felon to office. And then you give him immunity, which is you're just inviting him to break the law. And you think that he won't? Name me the millionaires and billionaires that Donald Trump then created along the way that followed his policy, his practices. Name them. Name me the businesses that tried to hire his sons, his daughters to run their business, to mirror the success that Donald Trump had over his. You can't, because they don't exist. You see, Donald Trump was a successful businessman on TV because he was able to take and retake the scene until it came out just right. Then they put it out to the world. But see, in politics, you don't got no director yelling cut and let's do it over, so we don't look bad, so the audience can't see how clumsy. You can't do that in real life. But this is exactly what Donald Trump is doing. He's implementing these tariffs, putting them in, taking them out, increasing them, decreasing them. I wouldn't even watch a movie with this many interruptions. You know, these social media influencers that sit up here talking about how Donald Trump, he knows exactly what he's doing. Just be calm, just sit back. He's coming in here and he's destroying the wealth of this country, lowering the stock market so that the poor can able to buy into it. You sit up here, act like you know exactly what you're talking about. You have senators and congressmen that work and sit in meetings with Donald Trump, and they have come out and said, I have no clue what this man is going to do. One of them has said to Donald Trump, you've won. You had over 40% of the countries that you put tariffs on say that they're willing to negotiate. Take this opportunity now to renegotiate, ease up on these tariffs. The stock market will respond. I'm just afraid that he won't do it. Then what did Donald Trump do? With some Republican convention they had or meeting or whatever it was at, Donald Trump is braggadocious. You want to sit up here and criticize Kamala Harris for saying that, I didn't say I told you so. Donald Trump sat up here and said, you got people beating the door down, want to negotiate with me. They're kissing my A because they want to negotiate. So if Kamala Harris was condescending to her constituents by saying, I told you so, when she didn't really say, I told you so, how do you describe what Donald Trump just said last night? These foreign leaders, these foreign countries are kissing my backside because they want to negotiate. How condescending is that? I want these same Republicans that went in on Kamala Harris for that, keep that same energy for this. How do you negotiate with this guy, knowing that you're one of the countries that basically kissed his backside to lift these tariffs? How do you negotiate with him? And do the reporter ask, President such and such, are you one of the representatives that was kissing Donald Trump's backside to negotiate? I just want to know, just to keep the record straight. Is that what you're supposed to do? This is the person that you elected President of the United States. And the most disturbing thing to me is this. Right after Donald Trump made this announcement, the stock market went up 6%. How in this day and time, black people, we still attach our livelihood to this type of instability? The stock market has always been overreactive to things that go good, to things that go bad. But now you got some food that's daily insanity. This is daily insanity. And your stock market, your portfolio, your 401k, your livelihood is going up and down every freaking day. And it's mostly down. The only solution is for us to have a stable governing system. And we're going to have to create it ourselves. And it's going to have to be supported around building essential needs and services around our own essential needs. Independent businesses, industries, and institutions that reflect our values and principles. We cannot rely solely on this system here, because ain't no telling what Donald Trump is going to do tomorrow. Like I say, and he still has not put any tariffs on Russia. And you didn't increase China's tariffs to 125%. Do you know how many products and services that China provide this country? And you didn't put 125% tariff on their imports? You don't need no crystal ball to determine the future of this decision making. All you need is common sense. And unfortunately, over 77 million people in this country lack it severely.